Alright, welcome back to Metal Gear Rising. In this video we are getting close to our goal. We're supposed to, we're supposed to find that dude. We're very close to him right now.
You are good.
If you take enemies down in stealth, your codec people will kind of be like, hey, that was really good. Or sometimes if you fail a stealth section, they'll actually be... I think Kevin is the one that says it. He's like, hey man, I heard you were better than this. It's pretty funny. I like getting encouragement in video games. Like, if you're doing something good, it's always nice to hear a character say, hey, you're doing good. So, there are some gecko in this area, along with some other enemies. You can stealth kill geckos. I failed to show that off in the last section, but you can in fact stealth kill geckos. Like so. It's always so satisfying to kill a gecko. Those guys were serious bastards in Metal Gear Solid 4. Especially if you're doing, if you're trying to be stealthy in Metal Gear Solid 4. You can just take them out, but it's too noisy. Because you need, like, rocket launchers and grenade launchers and stuff like that. So that move that I just did there, where I kind of used the momentum of the sword to bring me over to the right, that is called the defensive offensive, and it is the dodge move of the game. It's not readily available as soon as you start the game. You have to unlock it. And it's achieved by pressing a direction and then pressing the X and square button at the same time in that direction. So that is how you do the defensive offensive, and it is, I think, one of those moves that is crucial to beating the game without sucking. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say defensive offensive is necessary for beating the game. Unless you want to have some dumb challenge run of the game where you don't parry and you don't dodge. That would be pretty terrible. So there's a few more enemies in this building over here. I'm not exactly sure why they didn't hear me fighting the gecko and like come over and help. It's a little dumb, not gonna lie. I don't know how I messed that one up. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I had two people lined up fairly well, and then they just like, I don't know. Again, there are some enemies that attack that don't give you really good, way to tell that they're gonna attack that you can parry. That sentence didn't make any sense. Just pretend it did. But yeah, that guy had a few attacks that you didn't know you could parry, but you just kind of have to do it. If you see that he's attacking you after you parried him, just keep parrying him. That's the moral of that long-winded sentence that didn't make any sense.
We intercepted call for backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar. You can engage if you wish. It is your choice.
It is your choice. I've always loved that. I don't know why. But sometimes there will be kind of secret-ish missions in this game. If you go back to a place you've already been, there will sometimes be enemies there. And in this case, it's two helicopters, which is a lot of fun to fight. Especially when you can parry helicopters. It's, never gets old. I just like parrying things in general. There are just certain things that no matter how many times I do them in this game, they just never get old. Jumping over a helicopter and cutting it up, that is so satisfying. Ow. That's one of those moments where you have to parry twice. See if I can take this guy down without needing a rocket launcher. Yep, there we go. He should do his. Yep, there we go. What happens if you... Oh, I never saw that before. I was curious if something else would happen. Alright, now I'm just fooling around. That was bad, and I should feel bad. And yet I still got an A for that. Oh well. Let's progress the mission, shall we?
Raiden, the cliff is just ahead at the end of the old city. Beyond that is the refinery's backyard.
So what? It's a sheer drop? The refinery's not connected to the city at all?
No, it was only built 2 years ago. There should be a narrow path around there that leads to the plant. It is protected by a fence, but probably you can cut your way through.
Probably.
Don't get cocky. Most likely it is Desperado running security down there.
So up ahead we're gonna get another thing that was kind of a pleasant surprise, but also an unpleasant surprise. It's another enemy that I hated in Metal Gear Solid 4. If you watch my Let's Play of that, you probably know what it's gonna be. Besides the gecko, it's the only other thing in that game that I don't like dealing with. Hello there, dwarf gecko! And again, in this game, it makes them fun to fight.
Watch out! They keep on coming!
The dwarf gecko can still be kind of annoying in large numbers, as they can grab onto you and kind of just hinder you for a few seconds. But they're never as annoying as they were on, like, Shadow Moses, say, in Metal Gear Solid 4. There we go, S rank. I'm a pro. It's been confirmed. Yeah, sometimes the ninja run doesn't really work too well, and it looks a little goofy. That is one of those moments there. So this is how you want to get through here. It's maybe not too clear how you're supposed to get through there, but you just destroy that grate and you can get through. It's pretty cool. And just because I want to, I'm going to destroy this one too. That was the wrong way, Raiden. Let's just get out of here. Now, this area you need to kind of look out because there are security cameras everywhere. It's very weird and seems kind of out of place.
Raiden, wait. There are active IR sensors in the area. Part of factory security, no doubt, but the enemy may be using it.
This part I always mess up here. Because I always forget to not go up the stairs, because there is a laser thing on the stairs, and I always screw up there. So don't do what I did. Always remember that there's a thing there. But if you get seen by a camera, I think all it'll do is spawn in a few enemies, and you just have to deal with them. Again, if you don't care about stealth, it's just fine to just run through like everything. Same with the laser gates. The laser gates work the same way as the cameras. They just spawn in an enemy or two. This area looks really complicated to stealth in, but it's actually not that bad. I say as I get caught immediately. But yeah, I've cleared this area multiple times without, you know, without being seen. Okay, that rocket hit next to me and somehow it hit me. And now I've fallen down here. This is going great. Why can't I get up? The only enemy that I don't really like in this game are the enemies that have rocket launchers, because you can be fighting a whole group of like normal enemies that have swords, and then you'll have one guy standing in the back with a rocket launcher and he'll just completely mess you up. It's so annoying. And right over here there is kind of a secret area. If I was playing this for the first time, there would be a unlockable over here. Not an unlockable, but a health upgrade. Because you see I have 200% health right now. That's not how you start the game off. You would have it at 100%. And right through here we are very rapidly approaching our destination. And we are approaching my second favorite boss battle in this entire game. Oh, I can't wait to fight this. This is like, I'm excited right now. I love this boss so much. And, well, here we go. Second best boss in the game. Activate.
I was wondering when you'd come, Jack the Ripper.
No one calls me that anymore. Dolsaev, where is he?
I can show you a better time than that crusty old bear.
You're in charge here?
I am Mistral, the cold wind of France. And your reputation precedes you. Liberian, but white as snow. A natural-born killer, even as a child.
That was a long time ago.
I was born in Algeria myself, you know? I'm only half French.
And?
We had our own civil war in the 90s. So you see? Cut from the same cloth, you and I.
You don't know me.
I lost my whole family. Everything. But I butchered those fuckers. My family's killers. That's when I realized I am a killer too. And a good one at that. I slaughtered dozens in Iraq, in Afghanistan. I'd found my calling.
Proud of that, are you?
What happened, happened. To be honest, I found it quite dull. My enemies fell like domino, one after another. Not once did I feel threatened. I was adrift, without challenge, without purpose. At times, I even envied my prey. At least they had a cause to die for. And then, I met him.
Who?
And I knew what I had been missing. His ideals gave my life meaning. Ideals, Jack. What are yours?
I protect the weak.
Still? So naive.
And if I must kill to protect them, then so be it.
It seems we have less in common than I thought.
I'll take that as a compliment.
If you would kill for your ideals, then surely you are ready to die for them.
So here we go, second favorite boss in the game, Mistral. This boss is amazing, if not just because of the music. The song playing is A Stranger I Remain, and it is probably tied for my favorite song in the game. It's tied with the final boss song. And I love this boss so much. Mistral is a cool character. She's voiced by Sally Safiati, who you may know as Hunnigan in Resident Evil 4 and 6. And I don't usually talk about like the foreign casts, but in the Japanese version, she's played by one of my favorite voice actresses, Romy Park. And it's just one of those times where I wish that I could switch over to the Japanese audio track, but you can't. But Mistral has a lot of really cool gimmicks. I really like her staff made of dwarf geckos, her, dwarf gecko arms on her back, and she just makes for a really fun boss to fight. And if, I wasn't quite sold on this game yet. Metal Gear Ray was awesome, but I thought that was maybe like a one-off thing. This fight was where I really, really knew where I was gonna just fall in love with this game. Specifically when the lyrics kick in. I get chills every time it happens in the fight. But yeah, I think Mistral sets the bar for like all the bosses in the game. They're all as good as this. Like, there aren't any bad bosses in this game. That's all I'm gonna say. So really, every single boss is a joy and just so much fun to fight. Oh my god, I love that piano part. Right around now, the lyrics should kick in for the first time. Again, dynamic music kicks in when you do something right. So yeah, suffice it to say, A Stranger I Remain remains one of my favorite songs in this game. And Mistral's fight is just... so much fun. This is where the fight gets a lot more crazy. You know, there's a lot of Dwarf Gecko coming at you. The Dwarf Gecko can be kind of annoying. And most every boss in the game ends with a quick time event. Also, something else that I love about this game is that whenever a boss battle happens, Raiden closes that little face shield, which is, I'm almost positive, it has to be another nod to Beautiful Joe, because that's something he did in that game as well. But yeah, that's Mistral done, my second favorite boss in the game. Such a fun boss to fight, and my god, that music is just so amazing.
Mistral, report! Your vitals are dropping.
I lost. So this is how they felt.
What?
Dying. For a cause.
Wait. No. Hold on.
I am sorry. He was too much.
I do not need apology. I need you alive.
But I know you will never fall.
What? What is this talk about?
Je t'aime. De tout mon corps.
Je t'aime. Mister, you'll never...
She's not talking to you, idiots.
You! You killed her! You vile nuts! Murderer!
That's rich coming from you. It's overdose, I am. Surrender.
Translation?
Why would I surrender? We are exactly where I want.
Shit.
Built with Russian money to make Russian money. It is no plan for outcasts. It is their prison. But now, they will be free!
Damn. Crazy son of a bitch.
Raiden? Raiden, what happened?
Bastard blew himself up.
I see. Time to get you out of there. We're sending a helicopter. Secure an LZ.
Understood.